If you believe that you have the ability to make a difference in your environment, that you have the strength to carry others, you are a catalyst. And if you do not actualize this, you will suffer significantly in your life. My name's Turab. I make videos about emotional intelligence every day. And today I'm going to explain why actualize your potential catalyst. The world needs you is Turabify's slogan. I believe that each of us has an individual responsibility to make the very most of our lives. When we love life, life tends to love us back. And in the process of loving life, we create tremendous amounts of wealth for other people. It has taken me a long time to understand the connection between our worldly assets and our spiritual understanding of the world. It takes commitment. It takes dedication. It takes discipline to get to a point where we are utilizing our talents, where we can look ourselves in the mirror and say, hey, good job. I'm really proud of you. You might think to yourself, hey, I am trying to do the most. I am doing the best. And to you I say, phenomenal job. Seriously. Take the time to congratulate yourself for your achievements. Keep moving forward. People like you and I need to do this for ourselves, for our families, and for our communities, where others perhaps don't have the open-mindedness to approach life this way. The reason I say catalysts in society is because when a catalyst, I'll explain from the beginning. A catalyst is a chemical augmenter of a reaction. Essentially, a reaction takes a certain amount of energy to occur, and a catalyst can augment the amount of energy that is required. By lowering it, by increasing it, whatever it is, a catalyst makes the process perhaps easier for the entirety of the populace. The idea is, if we are moving forward and we see a hole in the road or something that needs repair that others will stumble over as we did crossing it, that perhaps it's worth the time to repair such a thing so that the people coming up behind us may be able to help us when we need them. Catalysts in society are essential. Leadership, the ability to say something, to manifest something into the world and get it done. These are essential qualities of making sure that society is moving forward. Collective consciousness, technological prowess, and perhaps a unity. When I say actualize your potential, I genuinely believe that each one of you that is more than capable of changing the world around them has a certain gradient in which we function. Meaning, we can either minimally utilize our talents to affect things, or on the other end, maximally utilize our talents and thus make greater and greater changes, almost exponentially, in humanity. Now, the responsibility that it requires for us to move along this gradient is necessarily going to be based on our self-worth. And many, many good people that I've spoken to use limiting words, limiting thoughts constantly of themselves, perhaps to make it easier, perhaps to reject the sense of responsibility. But I can understand the fear of knowing what we are capable of doing. I understand that. I argue to you that, my friend, if you do not approach the fear, if you do not try to conquer this fear, then what right do we have to get angry at our leaders? What right do we have to get angry at people that perhaps we're seeing on the news, or the people that we idol or see as our idols? It starts within. My mother said to me, Many, many times in my life, as I pointed fingers, she said, "Watch those fingers pointed back at you, Tarab." And so I say this with great love in my heart for you, for humanity, that genuinely the world does need you. Your family needs you. Your children need you. Your parents need you. Your brother, your sister needs you. Your community, that person struggling, walking down the road from you, needs you. Perhaps not in every way, but they need you in the way that you are skilled, that you have the value. This quote back here: "Help me make the world more," I said, "spiritual, connected, thoughtful, motivated, but at the end of the day, I want to make the world more you. Because I don't have the ego to assume that I can get it all done. In fact, I want these messages to reverberate through generations, to take accountability for our skills, to take responsibility for the things that we know we can do, and in the process feel incredibly good about ourselves and build wealth all around us." Seizing a hold of our destinies can sound incredibly scary. It is. It's a process of constantly rebuilding ourselves, of constantly learning new things and struggling, putting up with more and more discomfort. It is not the path of the rock. Perhaps in a metaphysical sense it can be, but it is the path of life. Life continues. A plant will always specialize over generations. It may not be apparent to us in our short lifetimes, but over 100 years, over 1,000 years, there is an evolution. It's necessarily a part of life. Otherwise, life could not exist in the universe. It is too difficult to place. I believe as humans, we've extracted ourselves from the equation. Many of us are lost on our phones. Many of us are lost in the monotony that's put in front of us, the systems that are created to make us believe that we're not that special. And that's a massive issue. Because if I don't believe I'm special, then perhaps you wouldn't be receiving these messages. And if you didn't believe you were special, then perhaps you wouldn't be watching these videos. We wouldn't be connected in any sense. The world would be less together. So if you know you have the ability, if you know you have the talent in you, then what's holding you back? I would argue the thing that holds most people back, and there's two of them, are vision, essentially thinking about what it is we are passionate about, really trying to nail it down, trying to figure out, writing out our values, the things that we look for in the places that we work in, the people that we allow into our life, our identifying adjectives, whether or not we're an artist, whether or not we are a hard worker, accountable, loyal, whether or not we have honor. All of these things fall into our vision, perhaps of our lives and perhaps the world around us. This is the first shortcoming of catalysts not actualizing their potential, not moving through this gradient. The second is discipline. Discipline is much, much, much easier than many of us assume it is to get under our belt than vision. Vision is much more difficult. It is a philosophy. It is the accumulation of knowledge, the composting of our subconscious. So if you think that discipline is the thing that's lacking in your life, I promise you, it is one step away. It is one action away, discipline. one step at a time. That's all it is. If you think you're lacking in vision, in purpose of your life, that, my friend, I can help you with. Here's a video that I linked about finding purpose. And if you don't get that purpose in your life out of that, please send me a message on Instagram, throw me a comment, and perhaps I can help you think about what it is that you're particularly amazing at in this life, what the world deserves of you. If you like this video, please click on that like button. It helps me a lot. Please share the video with someone that you believe is a catalyst in society and perhaps needs that budge. And subscribe if you'd like to see more and grow as an individual. So actualize your potential catalyst, because this world needs you. Take care of yourself.